So I want to talk a little bit about disinformation here in this region, specifically when it comes to Azerbaijan. It's September 27th. It's in the evening, and I've been following closely all of the news and the Azeri news, the Turkish news, the Armenian news about the conflict that's going on now in Artsakh. And this morning I found something very interesting in the Azeri news. They had, in all of the news outlets, they only had one article, and it seemed it was the same article, probably given by the government. And what they were saying is that the Armenians from Artsakh started to invade in the Azerbaijani lands, which is absolutely ridiculous. When we have 3 million people in our country here in Armenia, and they've got about 12, 15 in Azerbaijan, and then Turkey's right next door. They've got 83 million, and then then Armenia is going to invade Azerbaijan anyway. So they're telling all their people that the Armenians are the invaders. They've been saying in their news that they're killing civilians. The Armenians are targeting civilians. They're saying that the Armenians are these genocidal maniacs that are out for blood, and they're trying to rile up through lies, slander, deceit, all of their own people, the Azeris and the Turks, to make them angry with the Armenians. It's all lies. It's all deceit. None of it's true. And they've been saying they've been taking back land. So this area right here that you see on the map, they've been saying that they're taking this whole, the Azeris now have come in and they're taking back region after region, and the reporters in the Azeri news are crying, we've freed our lands again that are occupied by these Armenians. They said that they have now freed 6 new villages in these regions, and they're going more, and they're being victorious and all of these things. And I'm listening to this, I'm like, this is crazy. And I was, what's interesting, all day long, there's been no news at all from the Azeris or from the Turks until the last few hours. So about 3 hours ago, all the videos and all the news started popping up. I'm like, wow, what are they saying now? And it's basically all those things. We took over 6 villages. We did all these things where, all of the Armenians are fleeing. No Armenia wants to fight. Nobody's signing up for their military. In fact, they're trying to escape their military service so they don't have to fight. So they're saying all these things in the Azeri news and the Turkish news. And that's the opposite, because I live here and everybody's signing up and they're all heading out to defend their lands. Well, what's the thing that I really wanted to talk about, which is fascinating, is this. So here I am. I'm listening to the latest Azeri update on their news. And this woman goes on. We have pictures from what's happening at on the war zone there in Artsakh, and all of the Armenians are escaping and running away from. They name a village. It's called Ahdere in their language, and I'm like, wow, so they have all these. This picture of these line of cars, and they're leaving, but you're like, what is this? So I said, Lisa, actually, you have a friend from that region of in Artsakh. Can you just call and just see how her parents are doing and see how the family's doing? And she said, yeah, let me just message her and find out. So immediately this woman messaged her and said, yeah, my family's doing fine. It's as much as they can be doing. They're still in their village and they're hanging out. And I said, can you just ask her the name of the village that her parents are from, where she's from? She said, yeah. And then, so she said, it's Martakert. I'm like, Martakert. Let me take a look at that. And so here it is on the map. They're here, and it's right there, Martakert. And I'm thinking, and I was like, wait a second. What is the village that they just said all the Armenians are escaping from? And in Azeri language, it's Ahdere. And I'm like, wait a second. We look on the map, it's the same place. So Martakert, where our friend's parents and her friends are all at, and they're safe, they're fine, they're not escaping, they're right there tonight. And she messages her parents, says, are you guys doing fine? Oh yeah, we're fine. And then on the Azeri news, this is their big news. All the Armenians are escaping from Ahdere, which is Martakert, which it didn't actually happen. And here the reporter's like, see folks, there you have it. Look what's going on. And the Azeris, they believe it. And I just say this because they're on the Azeri and the Turkish side, it is the absolute opposite of the truth of actually what is going on over here. And the Azeris were the ones that were attacking. They're the ones that continue to make the attacks. And but that's how this misinformation propaganda stuff works over here. So just a little update from this part of the world. Pray for peace, and at the border, pray for peace in this region, and pray specifically that these lies and this slander and deceit would stop, because it really stirs up Azeris and Turks to hate. And just like any gossip or any slander or any lies does against someone else. So just to let you guys know, there is your story, and that's what will be in the pictures on below.